let's come into the moment. Sitting in easy pose, spine nice and tall. Chin in, heart open, hands coming down to thighs. You pick the spot, if it's palms down or palms up, and just let the eyes come to gentle close. Take a deep inhale, long and slow. And then exhale fully. With your next breath, inhale, bringing that navel point away from the spine, expanding that breath up through the heart, up through the collarbone, up, up, up. Hold it gently at the top for a moment. Good. Now sink it down. Just invite it to flow out, and without changing anything, just observe the breath and allow everything else to fall away. Let your breath find its own pace. Keep with that slow, long, deep inhale. And then on those exhales, sinking the breath from the collarbone, through the lungs, through the heart space, and then bringing that navel point back to the spine, squeezing all the air out. Just leaving your day at the door, not worrying about your to-do lists, and just paying attention. And as you witness your breath, just feel the energy in this moment, allowing time just for you to go within and to take care of yourself tonight. Beautiful. Float the hands up into prayer pose, bringing the base of the thumb right into the sternum. And we'll open with the Adi Mantra and the Mangala Charn. Big breath in and out. And inhale to tune in. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Ad Gure Name, Jugad Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Sri Guru Deve Name. Ad Gure Name, Jugad Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Sri Guru Deve Name. Ad Gure Name, Jugad Gure Name, Sat Gure Name, Sri Guru Deve Name. Big breath in. And sigh it out. Release the mudra. Beautiful opening. That's goosebump worthy. Thank you for that. Do you want to spread out a little bit? Or you're good? There's going to be lots of hands and, flight path. So tonight is all about consolidating compassion, all about the heart space, the heart chakra. And Guru Gobind Singh, who is one of the gurus in the Sikh tradition, shared a quote that I want to start off with, which is, if you want to walk on the path of love, place your head in your hands and walk with the courage of your heart. So I love this idea of surrendering that really busy thinking mind, surrendering the head into the hands, and just coming from that place, that true inner heart brain, if you will, following with such courage. I mean, even the base of the word courage, kur, is heart. So how do we live with heart? How do we flow with heart? So this class is going to help. It's going to help with all of that. It's going to help you to be open, to really release that strong analytical thinking mind that we need so much in our daily round and our activities, so that you just have space. You know, you're really letting yourself, allowing yourself to just live and to flow. So this consolidating compassion and working in the heart chakra, that energy at the heart, it's the fourth chakra, is where the seat of compassion is. It's where our love is. It's where harmony is, and lots of wisdom. And tonight's class, I very distinctly put together the set with the intention of helping you to be centered in that space of love and in the heart. And how I did it was to have the class allow you to be able to give and receive love regardless of what's happening through the actions of another person. So that gets really tricky. And you know, for those of you who might follow me on Facebook or on Instagram, I invite you to check out some of my posts in the last 2 days around irritation and around boredom, because they do tie in here that regardless of the actions and behaviors of others, how do I hold space of compassion for myself and compassion for that person so I'm not reacting, that I'm acting mindfully and not causing more chaos, and going from my heart brain instead of my perception and hanging on so tightly to what may not even be actually happening in the moment. So it ties a bit with those things. But the important piece, and if you take nothing else away from this little talk at the beginning, is if you can receive and give love and be compassionate regardless of what the other person is doing, that's when there is freedom. So think about that. That's when freedom comes. There's no anger, there's no angst, because you're just with yourself, being authentic and still being compassionate. So that's the big work there. That's like a life's worth of work. It's just that there, right? No problem at all. But tonight I'll help you foster your circulation, your respiration, and then literally the gateway between the lower chakras. So these are like base needs in the lower chakras, and then the heart becomes, this heart space becomes literally the bridge between those lower needs and then the higher enlightened chakras, the higher needs. So you'll really feel an opening as we move from those sort of base needs going up into the higher realms, because we'll be working with this beautiful bridge. So what I'll say in closing here, before we head into the yoga, is that no beauty shines brighter than an open heart. So I want you to really be open this evening. So let's polish it up. Let's polish it up and start with some breath work tonight. And how I want to start is by helping you to rebuild yourself. And this one is done with every single breath. Breath by breath, you're reconstituting yourself. So renewing yourself, renewing your systems, and then really the more consciously you can participate. Like if you feel or notice like a thought flowing in, that you catch that and just let it flow and come back to the moment and consciously participate. That's when the benefits really happen. This reconstituting the self. Done in easy pose. Use your posture helper hands to get the sit bones really grounded. Good. Spine nice and tall. Chin in a light neck lock. Opens the heart. Good. Our mudra, which is really, really interesting. Well, maybe I'll do the breath first so you're not holding the mudra while I talk about the breath and getting tired already. The breath is an inhale through an O-shaped mouth, and it's like you're kissing the breath. It's a very gentle, loving, and you want that breath to be as deep to your full capacity, like really big, big breath in, that longest breath you can take, so you're filling your lungs. And then the exhale is that gentle, full, long pull through the nose, through the nostrils, and it's just a long exhale out. So that kissing long inhale, and then loving long exhale. through the nose. So pretty simple breath. And where the magic also happens is here with this mudra. We've got the left hand at the heart. Elbow is bent and parallel to the ground. Your fingers and thumb are together. And then your right hand in that same position with the fingers and thumb together, it's about 4 inches above that left hand. And the idea is to keep the elbows at shoulder height so you can adjust accordingly. Good. So this is where we lose our neck lock because we're here. So kind of readjust the spine and that neck lock. And you might even feel some tingling in between the hands or some heat because this triangular position and stacking the hands this way creates a magnetic field. So often you can tap into that and feel it. So don't be alarmed if you're feeling something there. You should be. Yeah. Good. Eyes are closed. Focus in and up at the third eye point. And be sure like you're carrying the balanced weight of your hands here. You want to almost look like a carved yogi, holding that space. Hands must be kept very straight, balancing your body, balancing your shoulders, and balancing your hands. Power those shoulder height elbows. Good, good, good. Heading into your final minute. Deepen the breath, make it even slower. That's it. Focus yourself to rebuild yourself. Hold the position wherever you're at. Inhale. Hold the breath for 15 seconds. Now squeeze the spine. Keep the posture. Exhale. Again, inhale, big breath in. Hold for 15 again. Now squeeze the elbows in position. If you need more air, sip some in. Good, exhale. Last time, big breath in. Fill up to the top, hold that breath. Now come into a strong neck lock, making the muscles in the back of the neck like steel. And exhale, relax, relax the hands down, shake them out if you need to. Good work. And then just sit a moment, letting yourself come back, letting the benefits consolidate. And already you're working with a lot of energy. Reconstituting yourself. Nice. Take an inhale. And sigh that beautiful breath out. Good. Coming into our warm-up, we're going to start off by delving into the ego eradicator. And as you're working through it, I'm going to be providing you with some prompts to help you go deeper and deeper into the space. You know, often in class we're just go for it and we don't really delve in, and so I want to give you a few prompts to help you get in there and dig into the gritty good bits. So with Ego Eradicator, you can either be sitting in easy pose or you can sit on your heels. You can be in rock pose, so you can try that however you would like this evening. Bringing in a nice strong neck lock, because once you start using Breath of Fire, you want to keep the Sushumna, that central spinal channel, open so Kundalini can rise, and that we don't get dizzy, of course. And then the arms come up at a 60-degree angle, palms facing forward. No bend in the elbows if you can. And then bringing the fingertips to the meaty pads at the base of the fingers. And then drawing the fingers back so that the skin is tight like a drum. So it's not this motion, it's this motion. So it's just the fingers tightening up instead of the wrists going back, so that this is tight like a nice drum. And then the thumbs point towards each other. Good. Sometimes you'll see people plugging into the sky, but the very specific instructions are actually towards each other. So it's a little bit different. Good. So bring that neck lock in, eyes closed, focus in and up at the third eye point. Take a big inhale. Big exhale. Inhale to begin your breath of fire. If you have your period, please do long, deep breathing instead. You can pick up that pace or slow down the pace as feels right for you in this moment. So see if you can stretch up through the arms, stretching up from the shoulders. Good. And not arching the spine while you do it. That's the trick. Now, inside the geometry of this pose is what resides as a very great opening. It helps you to open beyond any old limitations. It's a posture and position, almost a kriya to itself, to help you build trust, to help you with persistence, to help you build strength. So gather it upward so that it can blossom and expand right out through the angles of the arms. Can you draw those shoulder blades down and over the back of your ribs so that they're away from your ears? Think of this like the gateway for freedom, the gateway for expansion, further heart opening here. Stretching out strongly in new directions, opening right up. You're doing great. You're already past halfway. Tapping into the breath, letting yourself breathe. Can you relax into that breath? Can you feel into the breath? And just listen and allow. Last 30 seconds. Good work. Inhale. Hold the breath in at the top and then bring the thumbs together to touch the tips above your head. Stretch the fingers straight up, still holding that breath. Hold that posture, exhale. Again, big breath in. Reach and stretch. That's it. Spine tall, 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 tall. Reach, reach, reach. Fingers coming out. Yep, nice and tall. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Good. Exhale, release, shake them out. I don't call it a warm-up for nothing with Ego Eradicator. Roll your shoulders. Hug it out if you need to open up. Good work. Take hold of your knees and start Sufi grind. Nice big circles. Inhaling as you come forward. Exhaling as you roll backwards. Really grinding in, opening up. And switch directions. Looks good, everybody. Almost there. Inhale your way up to center, nice and tall. Hold that breath. Sigh it out the mouth. Good. Moving into shoulder shrugs. Start with your left shoulder. Inhale the shoulder up. Exhale and let it just fall. And then the right shoulder comes up. Inhale. And then exhale. It'll feel good after that ego eradicator. Yes, I know. All right, you've got a minute under your belt. I want you to change the posture so both shoulders come up by the ears, and then exhale, letting them both fall. Good. Getting rid of tension here in our shoulders. All right, and wherever you're at, let's inhale the shoulders up together. Inhale and hold. Create that tension there. It's like you're gripping in through the neck. Sigh it out, release. Good. If you need to, take some water. Now is a good time to have a little sip. One more warm up and then we'll head into the Kriya. We'll work with spinal twists as the last warm-up piece, where normally we're hanging on like this. Tonight, because we're working with the heart, we'll bring in the prayer mudra right into the sternum, having the elbows nice and parallel. And with the prayer mudra, try and line up your fingers as close as you can to perfect, and push them together ever so slightly while keeping the thumb separate. And then bringing just that lower part of your thumb, that's the part that rests at the sternum. So try and keep that mudra active. And twist to the left as you inhale. Twist to the right as you exhale. Nice and slow to start. Opening up through the torso. Keeping your nose following the mudra. All right, if it feels right for you in this moment, if you have the capacity, pick up the pace. Last 30 seconds. Make this count, intensify the breath, pick up the pace. That's it, good, go there. Really swing it out. Inhale your way to center. Hold the mudra. Push the palms together. Maximum force, almost like your arms are shaking with that force. And sigh it out. Shake your hands out. Shake your legs out. It's a lot of sitting. All right, moving into our Kriya, which is to open the heart center tonight. And Yogi Bhajan shares here that this particular set is helping us to open up our loving feelings. So not only is it opening the heart, literally opening that heart space, you'll see as we start with emotions, but it's also increasing the compassion within us, increasing the sensitivity to yourself and to other people. And further, he says, and this is the real kicker that I think this is all about, it helps you to drop any emotional defensiveness. Anybody ever been emotionally defensive today? You know? Yeah. So, I mean, there's some lovely extras that you wouldn't expect from a set that actually flow out of it. You'll find that it's very calming, that it allows the elimination of anything that's unnecessary. So there is a stillness that comes, even though they're very active postures. And when that stillness comes, that's when we can let go of any thoughts that don't serve us, any feelings that are excessive, any negative energy just moves through us instead of taking something from us. So think present moment awareness, experience your reality in that moment, and let any feelings that come up just go away and become very, very clear. There's a clarity that will come. It's almost beyond perception. So we start off with a breath priming, coming into easy pose if that's available to you, or you can come into rock if you need an alternative. At any time, if your knees start to hurt you, or your hips are starting to get tender, by all means pop one foot up onto your knee or extend one or both legs out. And then when it's comfortable again, come back into easy pose. Okay. Palms together, we'll have a lot of palms together. Prayer mudra at the heart. Close the eyes, focus in and up at the third eye point. Take a deep inhale. Deep exhale. Inhale, begin breath of fire. Keep it steady. Keep the neck lock. Good. Sounds good. Looks good. Can you keep your elbows parallel to the floor? Think of it like a rhythm pharmacy. Work with the drums. Almost there. Nice. Inhale deep. Hold that posture. Release that breath through the nose. Release the mudra. And let your hands sink down to your knees, and letting yourself sit with the feelings, the sensations, and to also reground yourself. Give yourself some stability as we head into the next posture. Just sit. Inhale. And big sigh. Good. Moving into our next position, our next movement, our next asana. This is one of my favorite ones. I really get a lot of bang for my buck on this one, so I hope that you do too. It's done with your hands in fists. So just bring your forefingers into the palm of your hand and then wrap your thumb around, just around them. Bring your right arm out in a punch, and then the left arm comes back beside the ribs. Keeping the fists palms down. Yeah, good. Now, here's the trick. Anytime you're punching forward, regardless of your hand, that is your signal to exhale. And then the arms work like a piston. So when the right arm is going forward, the left one is coming back beside the ribs. And then it switches. The left one goes out and the right one comes back. So it's this piston motion. It's not one at a time. It's always this one is moving and the other one is moving. Now that gets really tricky when you think that exhale is every time the fist is forward. So my little trick is, as they're crossing, like kind of this point, as the fists cross, that's your inhale. So now, as you find that pace, you'll find your body opens up and you start to twist a little bit. And then as that twist goes, the speed can pick up. So you end up really punching out. So the possibility is to have it almost be like breath of fire. And that's when the magic happens. So come into that posture, start with your breath, find your own rhythm, and then speed up the pace. That's it. Now try and punch, punch, punch on that exhale. That's it. She's chanting about strength. Last minute. You're doing so great. Keep up. Inhale, drawing both elbows back. Tighten those fists, hold the breath. Apply root lock, engaging the muscles of the pelvic floor, bringing the diaphragm back, locking everything in, creating cellular memory. Keep the arms there. Exhale through the mouth. Big breath in again. Hold. Tighten those fists. Bring in the root lock. Fire the breath out and shake out your arms. Good work. You didn't or you did? Yeah, there's like something like so freeing, and yeah, it's so special to my heart anyway. Let's sit for a moment, really taking a good 30 seconds to let all that good energy move through us. Paying attention to how you feel, loving the punches, hating the punches, whatever it may be. You found your strength regardless of how you feel. Good. Big breath in. And sigh it out. Good. Everybody come to standing. And what I'm going to do is just go on my knees so that the camera will see what I'm doing. If I stand up, it won't get into the shot. So everybody's standing. Feet are hip distance apart. Toes are pointing to the front of your mat, nice and straight. No angles in or out. Good. Your hips aren't that wide. Your hips aren't that wide. Move in a little. Good, good, good. Now the big idea here is heart opening, bringing in grace, inviting in that compassion, and we're going to do that with arm circles. As you inhale, your arms come up in a big sweep. So in the sweep up is the inhale up, inviting the breath in, and then exhale as those circles go behind you, exhaling the breath down, inhaling up. Inviting everything in. Exhale, releasing anything that's no longer serving you. Opening the heart. Inhaling up, circling. Exhaling those big circles back. Good. If you're able to keep your balance, close your eyes and focus at that third eye point. Big circles, big, big circles. Yeah. wherever you're at, inhale the arms straight up, hold the breath, reach and stretch, palms forward, fingers spread, even going up on your toes to get higher, reaching up. And exhaling, releasing those arms down, and then coming down to sitting. All of you looked so beautiful doing that. I saw you looking at that, but you had good clearance. You were mindful of that. At certain points, each one of you was like smiling, and just like this opening grace. It was lovely, so lovely to watch. All right, moving into the next one. Bring your hands into, it's a version of a Venus lock where the fingers are intertwined, but rather than crossing our thumbs like we normally do, just the tips touch. And then that mudra is palms facing down, and bring that to the throat height. Good. This is your inhale position. As you exhale the breath through the nose, bring the hands and the mudra right down to the navel point. Inhaling up to the throat, exhaling down to the navel. And then it becomes a pump as you pick up the pace. Good. Closing those eyes, bringing your attention to that third eye point. Powerful breath. Create a strong and steady pump here. This is all about human nature here. Love and the heart center. Inhale, bringing the hands to the heart level. Suspend the breath, 10 seconds. Beautiful. Exhale, nose. Relax that mudra down. Take a moment. Palms up on the knees. Open receiving. Beautiful. Inhale. And sigh that breath out. Good. I always love when there's a meditation woven into the Kriya. So this is one that has a lovely meditation. So let me introduce it to you. Again, it's easy pose, straight spine, neck lock, heart open. That part stays the same. But the mantra is the base syllables of Satnam. So what we close with every class, Satnam, truth is my identity. But the base syllables are sa, ta, na, ma. So I thought that was simple, so I didn't put it on our sheet. But sa, ta, na, ma. As you inhale, you will inhale for a count of 4. As you mentally chant sa, ta, na, ma. And then as you exhale, you'll mentally chant sa, ta, na, ma. So it's a 4-count inhale and a 4-count exhale to that mantra. When you break it down into its base syllables, it becomes the cycle of life. So it's not just this truth is my identity, my authentic self. It's also sa is infinity, ta is life, na is death, and ma is about birth and rebirth. So it brings in this other subtle layer that I just love. And then where it gets even more interesting is we have a moving mudra. And the hands come up beside your shoulders. So it's not that normal in front. This one you have to push your shoulder blades together and open the heart, whatever's available to you. So don't really push it if it's uncomfortable, but bringing the hands as close to alignment with the shoulders as you can. As you mentally chant sa, bring the index finger to the thumb. And then ta is the middle finger, then na is that ring finger, and then ma is that Mercury pinky finger. So not only are you talking about the cycle of life, you're also bringing the planetary influences of those fingers. So knowledge and wisdom partners up with infinity. And then do you remember what the middle finger is? I always think it's funny because it's patience. It's so different in our normal world what that is. So you're partnering patience with life. And then the ring finger, I love this one because it's vitality, and you're partnering that with death. So there's this polarity, life and death. And then bringing in that last little Mercury finger, which is about intuitive communication, and that comes and partners with rebirth. So there's all these little layers, where our fingers are like the computer to our brain, bringing all these layers. So you'll have an interesting effect as we move into this one. So come into the posture. Eyes are simply closed, focused again at that third eye point. And the mantra will begin in 15 seconds, so wait for it. Take a big breath. She's about to begin. Satanama, Satanama. So it's in your mind's eye. There you go. Good. Remember, inhale 4 count, exhale 4 count. Good. Hold the posture, big breath in through the nose. Hold the breath. Still holding that posture. Exhale, nose. This time, inhale, stretch the arms up to the heavens. Reach and stretch. Hold that breath. And as you release this breath through the mouth, shake out the hands, shake out the arms on the way down. Good. Again, taking a moment, paying attention. Any feelings coming up, any thoughts coming up, any sensations in your body, your mind. Just pay attention. Good. Big breath in. Sigh it out. And our final posture for the evening. Have your left hand on your knee. You can choose palm down, palm up. You can pick a different mudra if you want, and keeping in mind, index is knowledge, middle finger is patience, ring is vitality, pinky is communication. If you want to use one of those mudras, just let that sit in whatever is calling you in this moment. And with the right hand, lock down all your fingers except your Jupiter finger, the index finger. Bring it down with the thumb. And then block off your right nostril. It'll be blocked off for the entire breath sequence. And it's almost inside out of what we did at the start. So I kind of like that balance. Inhaling through the left nostril, long and deep and slow. And then through O-shaped lips, like those kissing lips at the beginning, still holding that right nostril closed, exhale through the mouth. Make sure it doesn't turn into a whistle though. Inhaling nose. Exhaling through the round mouth. Try to make the inhale 5 seconds and the exhale 5 seconds. That is the aim. And if you don't have 5 seconds available to you, maybe it's 3 seconds in and 3 seconds out, or 4 seconds in and 4 seconds out. As long as it's equal. Wherever you're at, let that right hand come down to your right knee. Take a big inhale. Hold the breath at the top. Gentle, gentle, no struggle. Exhale, nose. Hold the breath out at the bottom. Good. Inhale. And sigh that breath out. Keeping that calm feeling from that last breath, come down onto your backs for Shavasana. Feet facing away from me, please. Closing your eyes, let's begin. Begin by becoming aware of your breath. Feel the breath as it enters through your nose with a cool feeling and then warming as it gently travels down into your lungs. Filling the lungs with a deep inhale, bringing in energy, vitality, prana, that life force right in with you. And as you exhale, feel the body releasing toxins, releasing stress, and any negativity that may have accumulated in your day or across the week. Stay with this breath, focusing on the feeling of deep peace and open-heartedness as you deepen your inhalations, deepening your exhalations. Inviting in grace, empathy, kindness, and tenderness. Feeling the energy that is in your body. Let yourself become aware of any warmth and tingling within every cell. Feel the energy that is in this extended environment, in every part of nature and in every living thing. And bring all those energies together and then feel them as one. Inviting in humanity, generosity, consideration and comfort, partnered with solace, service, and understanding. Now visualize all of that energy shining brightly, as bright as the sun, and bring that shining glow of bright energy right over the crown of your head. Imagine it so, visualize it there, and then feel it start to travel down into your body from the top of your head, slowly going down, flowing right into your face and into your neck, and then traveling down into your shoulders, all the way down into your arms, down to the fingers and out through your fingertips. Feel this healing energy and light now moving down into your chest, all the way down through the torso into your hips. And feel it continue traveling down your legs, all the way down, past your knees, through the shins, and down and out through your toes. Your whole body is filled with divine healing light, with divine healing energy. And allow that healing energy to completely fill any area in your mind, in your body, in your soul, in your emotions, anywhere that needs healing energy. Feel it warming, feel it healing, feeling it expand through any area that has need. And allow that healing light to bring you peace, to release any emotional charge, anything that is depleting to you, letting it go in a non-harming way. And then flipping the perception, shifting what you see, bring your awareness to any intentions or desires that you may have, holding the thoughts of those intentions at the heart. Any intentions, any desires, as you allow the healing energy to bring your deepest desires to life and your intentions into reality. Feel your connection to yourself, to each other, to universal energy, light, and know that all is one. Consolidating compassion, stay with this deep, relaxing, peaceful feeling of bliss. Slowly bring your awareness back. Begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Roll your hands at the wrists and your feet at the ankles, first one way, and then switching up the direction. Interlacing your fingers, stretching your arms above your head and the toes going to the back of the room. Really reach and stretch. Begin rubbing the palms of your hands together and the soles of your feet above the body. Retingleize, revitalize, reinvigorate, coming back. Now bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug here, rocking left to right, releasing the low back. And then rock front to back for a few times, 3 or 4 times, rocking and rolling, getting that cerebral spinal fluid flowing. And then open your eyes if you haven't already, staying in the present moment, coming on up to sitting. And we'll move into the meditation. Have some water if you need. So while you're watering yourself, I'll talk to you about this meditation, which is the meditation to bless yourself. You know, I find as women, we're so generous with helping to take care of other people. Many of us are in positions and jobs. We even select jobs where we're in service to other people. We have families where we're in service to our families. And we forget that as we're blessing and giving goodness and love to everyone around us, that it needs to start right here with yourself. So blessing ourselves, it says here, is a communication with the higher self in every single cell of your body, right down to the molecular level, and right out to every fiber of our auric projection. And that can go out 9 feet around us, depending on where you're at. So 9 feet out. And it's really an act of self-dignity and an act of humility. I think often we can associate that as an ego-based thing, that, oh, if I bless myself, that, oh, I don't have a right to bless myself, but we do. We have this innate right to bless ourselves. It's really our first human duty. Yogi Bhajan talks about it. So it's a function of the spirit, very much as, I love this, it's so poetic, as the fragrance is the nature of the rose. So the nature of the rose, that you can't touch a rose without that fragrance affecting you. So to bless, the ego has to be less, ego less. And blessings, I love this too, that blessings are the common notion, and he loves to play with words, that it's not commotion, instead, you're switching it to a common notion of elevation and expansion. And don't we deserve that as much as we give to other people? So it's not narcissism, it's this focus on giving to ourselves, this recognition of self, so that, it's just like watering orchids in a greenhouse. It just becomes watering the self. And when we take care of self, and this is a huge lesson on my healing path, that once I took care of me first, that it wasn't selfish, it was selfless. I had capacity to give even more to the other people around me, or in my work, or it just depends, but it comes from that space. So as you do this, concentrate on the height of your mind and just enjoy the ride. Now you do everything for everyone else, so do this one for you. The posture again, nice tall spine, chin floats back, and the heart and head are very balanced. So you don't want to have the chin drop down to the chest. Keep it nice and even elevation. The mantra we do chant out loud, but do it with the tip of your tongue. It's very mindfully the tip of the tongue. You want the tip of the tongue touching very specific spots on the upper palate of the mouth. There's so many meridians there for healing, and the mantra is so specific. It's again another keyboard giving our brains very good messages. So tip of the tongue, do it with grace, do it with reverence if that's available to you. And really, he talks about it like taking your mind to the heavens. And it is the Adi mantra, our very first chant that we open class with, Om Namo Gurudev Namo. But think about doing that with just the tip of your tongue, and you actually will become aware of touching the points when you do it that way. So bring your awareness there. And I love to give you a little bit of extra layering to the mantras when we go into a meditation with it. So yes, it's I bow to, or I surrender to, or I honor the wisdom within, the teacher within, the divine guru. That's certainly part of it. But when you break it down even further, it's really about telling you to be yourself. So think about, who are you? You're the whole vehicle for your soul. You are the experience of yourself. You are you in you. He loves to talk about that. But when you break it down, Om Namo means total self, and Gurudev is transparent. So you're just transparently being you. And then when you break Guru down, remember that's literally going from the darkness to the light, going from ignorance to awareness or awakening. So there's much more than just honoring the teacher within. It's actually honoring your true self and just being transparent and being authentic. So think about that the next time you tune in. There's extra levels to the mantra. So Om Namo, Gurudev Namo, chanted with the tip of the tongue. And left hand comes to the heart, and it doesn't matter if it's sideways or at a slight angle. And remember, it's not the actual physical heart that it's on the left, right? It's the heart space. So wherever that feels right to you, hand can go there, that left hand. And the right hand has your fingers and thumb together, palm faces down, right above the crown. And you can touch the crown of your head to find where that is, and then go up a good few inches. 4 to 6 it can be. So you can pick where that feels right. Eyes are closed, focus in and up at the third eye point. And she will give us a blessing for the first couple of minutes, so hold the space and just breathe.
The rain is pouring down like all the souls you send here, coming to this earth to find healing. Mother Earth takes in the rain like your heart takes my voice. Let us free each other with our prayers, with our voice.